Hi, hello everyone. Hello and welcome to our today's spotlight session. I'm gonna give few seconds for everyone to gather into this great session that we have today on Canva. Please write in chat where you're joining us from, and if you have any questions in prior to our session, so we're gonna go through them, and our great speaker from Canva gonna highlight them today in her discovery on Canva topics and the great insights that she can share with all of you guys. We have a lot to discuss today, and we're going to have a small Q&A session in the end. So please feel free to write all your questions in chat. And I don't want to take your time more today. And I want to hand over this stage and this session directly to the kind of representative who is joining us today, Lily, who's going to be sharing the great insights about the Canva and the best practices and some AI tips that Canva has with you today. Lily, hi.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Today we're going to go through everything related to Canva and all the exciting things that you can do on Canva Enterprise, as just mentioned. I'm going to start by sharing my screen and taking you through a presentation. As mentioned, if there are any questions, please put them in the chat, and then throughout the end, we'll have some time for questions and answers where I can get back to you. I'm just going to begin by sharing my screen. And you should now be able to see my Canva presentation. And today, what we're going to go through is leveraging Canva for your success. Firstly, to introduce myself, my name's Lily, and I'm an implementation manager here at Canva. So I've been training everyone from Remax to set up the settings in their account, to set up the brand, and also to train the end users on how to use Canva in their daily workflows as well. Leveraging Canva for branding and marketing success, then, we're going to look today at how brokers and agents alike can create professional on-brand content, both really easily and consistently, so time and time again. We've got an agenda here. So firstly, scaling real estate networks with Canva, how other businesses might have seen success by using the platform. Then navigating the Canva homepage, so the basics of what you can do when you first come onto Canva. Creating on-brand content at scale, which is hugely important in your industry. And then finally, Magic Studio, which is the AI functionality on Canva. Firstly, though, I just wanted to explain to you guys what Canva Enterprise is. So it's a visual design tool, and it helps you to create, collaborate, and publish visual designs within a safe and secure environment, which has been designed just for you at Remax. Before we go any further as well, I've got a quick video to show how Remax and Canva can work together. So this should give you a better idea of what we'll go through today and what you could create potentially going forward. Hopefully that gives you guys a bit of an idea of Canva Enterprise and the types of things you could do within your branding as well with Canva. The first part of today that we're going to go into now then is scaling real estate networks with Canva. So we have worked with several other real estate businesses, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what Canva transformed for them and how they managed to leverage the platform to create designs quicker and ultimately see more success. We had one of Europe's largest real estate networks come onto the platform then, and one of the main challenges they were seeing is inconsistent branding. They were relying on external agencies, and also they were having a lot of fragmented different tech stacks and tools across their regions. And the reason I'm telling you this now is to give you an idea of how Canva can solve these kind of things. So they switched to Canva Enterprise, and that saved them time and strengthened their brand across their regions. So with the brand kits and the brand templates that I'm going to show you today, they all only had access to the right fonts and logos. So this meant that they would always be creating designs that were consistent with their brand identity. They could also create designs a lot quicker. Canva has everything there for you to go from nothing to a design ready to go within a couple of minutes. So they really could publish as much as they want whenever they wanted. And finally, their agents and brokers went from being uncertain on whether they were creating the right things to being empowered, knowing that they had those right assets on hand and they were creating even more different types of content, again, really quickly. With this particular company, they leveraged SSO, brand kits, presentations, and also the collaboration features. So a few of the things that I'll go into today, but to give you an idea of how they were using Canva, they were really working together live on this content to make sure it was exactly what each person who was concerned with that content wanted it to be. They had 4,000 agencies on Canva, and they managed to unlock 4 times the value with Canva Enterprise across their marketing, creative, and franchises team. And this was in 9 different countries across Europe. So similar to what you can see with your agencies and how Canva might be used as a tool to save time and make sure that you're getting the results that you want even quicker and even more easily. Gonna stop sharing now and come into our Canva homepage. So just going to, for this, use a Canva demo account. And what this means is you get an idea of exactly how Canva looks when it's set up for success with everything in there that you could possibly need. And you should now be able to see that homepage. So from here, we're going to go through the very basics of what you need to know when opening up a Canva account. And it shows you here exactly all the things that you're going to want to do day to day if you are on Canva. So the first thing to note when you come onto the platform is that you've got lots of different aspects of our visual suite here. You've got documents, whiteboards, presentations, social media, video, print products, and websites. So both agents and brokers can probably see a few of those that they know they would like to use and that could work within their daily workflows. On Canva, your recent designs will sit just here, so you can click on any of these and open them back up and get back to creating whatever it was that you were working on before. Anything that you need to find within the platform is going to sit on the left-hand side. So you can see I'm currently on the home page, but we then have projects, we've got the brand, apps, Canva AI, and approvals. And in a minute, I'm going to go through each of these. Within the home page as well, you can search across all your content at the top here, and whatever you type in, it's going to look and find exactly what it is that you're wanting to locate. To the top right, you've got some notifications. So if anyone shares a design with you, you're going to see that just here, and you can mark any of these as read by clicking on the tick. And you can also get lots of different support with Canva. And the main one that I like to point out is in the bottom right here, where you've got the purple bubble with the question mark. This is where you can come on and you can ask any question. So can I post directly to social media? And rather than just giving you a yes or no, Canva will show you exactly how from this chat as well. Just like that. So a few main things to note from the home page. What we're now going to do, as I just said, is go down this left-hand side. So firstly, on the home page, you can create a design at the top left. And when you click on this purple box, you're going to see all the asset types and you'll get options for what you might want to do with those. So within a doc, if I click on this, I get my brand templates coming up and I get some ideas for the types of docs that I might want to create. Then whiteboards, again, you can see here, you've got different whiteboards coming up, and these can be used to brainstorm on different ideas and also just to collect your own thoughts. We've got some really cool functionality here where you can write your ideas and sort them by topic, by color, by several different things, which are going to make it really easy for you to collate ideas if you've got them kind of sporadic, and as you've thought of them, then Canva can put them in order and make sure that you know exactly where to go from the initial brainstorming session. Then presentations, and we've got some really sophisticated presentations. When you hover over them, you can see the different slides here. You can include things like charts and graphs. You've got social media, and at the top, you can navigate to exactly what type of social media you want to publish to. And you can see here examples of LinkedIn posts and Instagram posts as well. Next, we've got videos, and we'll take a look at this later in the session. But you can see here again, when I hover over the different slides that we'll be showing throughout a video and some options as to what you want to click on. Print products, and you can see with these options, there's a big range of things you can print with Canva, and you can create all of these things on Canva also and then download them and print them through many different sources. Apologies, let me just click back on. And then you've got your websites that you can create on Canva as well. And again, this gives you an idea of what you could see when you scroll down that website, all looking very aesthetically pleasing and very on brand. Going to come off there now. And that was everything within Create a Design. Next, you have projects, and it's really easy on Canva to make sure that you have everything organized in your folders. So you can create specific folders and share it with specific people. And this means that everything you create is going to be really organized and easy to find again. Then you've got brand, and here you've got brand templates to see what templates you might want to use that have been created for you. And then also your brand kits, and you have several different brand kits. And within here, you'll have your different logos, colors, fonts, images, icons, etc., which we'll go into a little bit more detail of in a minute. Then you've got apps, and you can explore apps here and what kind of apps you might want to use on Canva directly. So if you're always using Google SharePoint, for example, you could open that up and use that throughout your designs, connecting anything really easily by searching it here, selecting it, and then using it in the next design. Going to click on the Canva homepage again. And that was everything that I wanted to go through in terms of the first things that you can do when it comes to Canva. What we're now going to look at is how we can create on-brand content at scale. And to do this, I'm going to navigate from the Canva platform into the Remax platform so you can have an idea of what one of your Remax templates looks like. Just navigating to the Remax platform for you now. And I will begin sharing my screen again. And what you should now be able to see is that I am within your environment on Canva. So everything you can see below, I'm sure you recognize it's very on brand for you. The first thing to note is when you click create a design for the Remax regions that are currently on Canva, they're seeing similar to what I've just showed, but you have got your branded templates coming to the bottom here. If I select something, for example, an Instagram post, I'm going to open up the Canva editor, and I've now got the dimensions of an Instagram post ready for me to create. The main thing to come to from here is brand, and this is where you've got a whole host of brand templates. And to give you an example of how it's working for those who are on Canva at the minute, I'm just going to select this listing promotion carousel, or for example, let me go into a listing poster template here. And I can click apply both pages. And now within my Canva, I've got that template all on brand, ready to go. When you're working on things on Canva, if you select an image, you get all the options for image. So you can edit the image, you can remove the background of the image, you can also make it more transparent or animate it. And with text, very similarly, you get all the options for text. So you've got colors, and it brings up your brand color for you, your primary palette, and also your secondary palette as well. You've then got options like italic, underline, and you can strike through as well. You can position, so moving to the left, the right, to the middle, and also use any text effects too. The main reason I've opened this, however, is to show you how to create on-brand content at scale. So from this template that has been created for Remax by people within your organization, I'm going to show you now how you could translate this if you are on Canva. So you can really easily go from this template that is currently within English and go up to resize on the top left and come down here to translate. From here, I can select my specific language and I'm going to navigate down and let's do Danish as an example today. I'm going to select all pages and click translate. And I now have this as an option ready to go. I can open it up. And hopefully you can now see that that has been translated into Danish really easily for us. So it takes a matter of minutes to take a piece of content from something like English into a different language. So something really cool and super quick that you can do with Canva's functionality. Similarly, what you can do with Canva is a lot of different aspects in terms of AI. So what we're going to do now is look at how we can change this from a poster with 2 pages into a different type of content. And to do this, I'm going to come up to resize. And I'm going to select what I might want to create this as. So I'm going to take it from a poster. If I click see all, I can see lots of different options. And I'm going to go for an Instagram reel here. And again, click copy and resize. And that's going to take this from a Danish poster into an Instagram reel. And if I click open mobile video here, I've now got this as a reel and I can click here and I can see I've got the 2 different parts of the content. What I could also do is click add page, and this is where I could add in any other of the brand content. So just as an example, I'm going to add in this brand template. So you've now got a few different slides in there. When you're creating a Canva video, you can shorten any of these clips to the specific length you want. And another thing that you can do is you can click on a page as a whole, come to your brand, and you can shuffle across the color palette to make sure that it's always going to be on brand. But if you perhaps wanted to change it to a secondary color palette or just a different variation of that first color palette, you can do really easily by shuffling here. And what you can notice is, although this is an Instagram reel at the minute, the content is still quite static. And we might want to make this more dynamic, which is something we again can do with Canva AI. So what we're going to do now is we're going to animate this reel and really bring it to life. And bearing in mind, we've gone from an English design that we've translated into Danish, now into an Instagram reel. What we can do is take it even further than that and actually animate it. And all you have to do to animate it is click on the page as a whole, and you get this menu come up. You can then click animate, And you've got lots of different options if you want to animate it yourself and decide what animations you want. But the quickest way to do this at scale, I know as agents and brokers, you're very busy people. You want to save as much time as possible. You can click Magic Animate. And that is now analyzing the content throughout my Instagram reel. And it is recommending for me a professional style. And I click on professional, and now the whole of that reel has been animated. And if we click play here, I can see I've gone from a pretty static design into a design that is animated for me. And we're going through it now. It's all nicely animated with Canva, and it's done that super quickly. It's going through each slide quite fast because I made the sections quite short, but you can make them as long or as short as you would like. And you can see it's really brought that content to life. And you've got that all in there. So from any design you want to create, you can open up a brand template, you can translate it, you can add animation, and you can also change the type of design it is, whether it's a reel, whether it's a presentation, whether it's a document, whatever you would like, you can transform it to within Canva. I am aware that when you're going through this content, you might be collaborating with someone else on it. So a few ways now to highlight to other people how you can collaborate and what part of the design you might be talking about if you're asking a question. So we've got this design here. Let's say I wanted to change one of these images. I could come into the brand and I could come down to the photo library and select image. I'm going to go for a generic image here and just drag that in. I might want to know whether this image is relevant, and to comment on this and allow someone else in the team to have an input, I just click on it and I get this bar come up, and I can then click on the comment section here. I can then tag someone, and I could then say, is this image on brand? I can decide whether I share the image, whether they can comment, or whether they can edit. But it means that whenever I've published that comment, that person is going to know exactly what part of the design I'm talking about. They can offer me feedback and we can really easily collaborate on it together. Once you're done as well, you can click share on your design and you can download this, or you can automatically schedule this to be uploaded onto a social media, for example, Instagram. If I click Instagram here, I can connect my account and then I can automatically post this with a caption to my Instagram. As well as this, if I come into apps on Canva, at the bottom, we have got a content planner, and this is where you can schedule future content on several different social medias to go live directly from Canva itself. That is everything I wanted to show you within your Remax brand. I'm going to go back into Canva itself now, and we're going to have an even better look at our AI functionality. So just going to reshare my screen now and show you the Canva homepage again. And just clicking on that now. To give you a better idea of some of our AI functionality, I'm going to open up this brand template here, which is an Instagram post. And I'm going to show you all the different things that you can do with an image and also with a text as well. So in terms of the image here, again, you can animate that image. But you also have our whole Magic Studio. So just by clicking on an image, I can click on the edit. If I come into here, and I can change things like the color. I could also make this more transparent. And there's a whole host of AI functionality I can do as well. And to make sure that you know exactly how we do this, I'm going to share with you after today a way in which you can experiment with Canva AI yourself, and you can see exactly what each part of Canva will do. Going to come out of this design for now as it's locked down and just come into another one. I'm going to come onto social media and we can select again. Let's do a LinkedIn post this time for a bit of variety. I'm then going to come into my brand and I'm going to select this time a different brand template. I'm going to go for this slide here. What you can see is I've got the image and I can really easily move this image around within my Canva homepage. And within this as well, I can expand it, I can animate it, and I can also move the text too. Just going to navigate to some more AI functionality and just be 1 second. I'm going to open this up and then share it with you again. So I'm just opening this up now. And I will now share this with you. And you should now be able to see the Magic Studio slide here, and you'll be able to see exactly how Canva AI is working. So right here, you've got Get to Know Magic Studio. And just to show you, these are the several different things we have within AI. We've got our background remover, magic grab, magic erase. You can resize and magic switch. You also have the ability to magic write, magic media, styles, highlight, magic design, and also magic animate. Firstly, you've got background remover. So what you can see here is this was an image that we've removed the background on, and we now just have the apple there. The image's background has gone. And if I click here, you've got background remover. You can see we've gone from the original here to the background, which has been removed. If I come into the next one, you've got magic grab, and you can see I've taken the astronaut from this image and I've removed the background and I've then grabbed out of the image the astronaut, and I can then take the astronaut from this image into another. So magic grab means you can really easily grab a piece of content from one part or one image into another. Then magic erase, and we've got this image here. If I click edit, I've got the magic eraser, and for this example, I'm just going to erase both these birds. I can get the brush and highlight them. I then click erase, and I'm really simply going to be erasing those from the image, as you can see here. So really impressive, really quick way to do that. With resize and magic switch, we've already looked at this. So we took our Instagram post into a reel really quickly. Magic Write shows how you can use your verbal brand guidelines to change your content into a piece of content that sounds more on brand. So if I call this my real estate newspaper, I can click here on Magic Write and I can rewrite this. I can make it shorter, make it more fun, or I can change it to apply the brand voice. And then based on my Canva brand voice, this is going to make it sound more fun. So I've got your friendly neighborhood property gazette now. So it's changed that for me using AI to sound a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more on brand for Canva. Within your Magic Write as well, you can do things like shorten. Your local property news source is what it shortened it to. And you can make it more like this, but more vibrant, for example, whatever you want to ask, and it will adjust that for you. And here we've got a whole agenda of what you might want to include within your Canva Gazette and your friendly neighborhood properties Gazette you've got here. Next, Magic Media, and what you can do here is come into Elements and you can generate your own graphics. So you've got within here the ability to click on graphics, and you can search here for whatever graphics you would like. And here it's given me the example of a gold leaf. And you can see lots of graphics have been generated. I can then select whatever is relevant. And I even get some magic recommendations, which AI has created. I select whatever is relevant, and I've got that there to add into this front cover. Finally, you've got styles. So clicking on the design tab, you can click on a template and you can change the style of it really easily. Highlights, you can select a video and you can click on the pencil icon when you go down the right hand side here, and it will bring up the highlights of the video. And this is just shorten the highlights of the video for us. And then magic design. And this is where you can use AI to select exactly what you want to create. So I could come down to magic media here. I've got images, graphics, and video. For images, here it's got a cat, but what I could ask it to generate for me here is anything that I would like. So I could do a house with a blue front door. And to give you an idea of how this will work, Canva will now generate that imagery for me. And this is how you can use Canva AI. You've got a few different options here, quite stylized. Some of them are more photo style. So I could click on the styles here and I might want to select photo as the style I want, rather than having a more graphic or a more illustrative approach. So lots of different things you can do with the AI features there. And it's just generating that again. And you've got several different options here, which are more photograph-like in style. So that is how you use our animations and everything within our Magic Studio. Magic in Canva just means AI, and all of these features can really easily save you time. The main ones being generating a post from perhaps Instagram and changing into a different type of design, and also going from English to a different language as well, which your in your regions, your agents and your brokers are doing really quickly and really often at the minute. Just going to stop sharing. And before we go any further, I know we have several things in the chat, so I'm just going to check if there's anything we can view to tailor the last content of the session. I think a lot of these will be
Lily,
more
yes,
product related, perhaps.
we actually do have quite a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with some technical ones that I wanted to maybe you to cover as for now before I'm gonna start my part. And the first one is if you need the pro account to have the translation of the templates and the different functionalities that you just showed us.
So translate within the Pro account rather than within Canva Enterprise. Is that the question?
No, I think the question is what level of the account, like what minimum level of the account do you need to have the access to the solutions that you just showed, like the AI, the translation, resizing, and everything else?
Okay, yeah. So there is a few things you can do within Pro. You can remove the background of an image, you can resize an image, and you can also change an image from, let's say, you could change a design from like an Instagram post into a reel, for example. But to be able to do all of the functionality I've showed you today, a lot of that is exclusive to Canva Enterprise.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I'm not sure if it is the whole overview of the platform that we have as for now. If yes, just give me the go because we do have a lot of questions, and then I would love just to come to the questions.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can finish up and then we can come into the questions after, or would you like to go straight in now? Because I know we've got a few. Completely up to you.
Yeah, let's start then with our Q&A. We're gonna just for now cover the questions that we have as for now, and I wanted just to cover from my end the most upcoming questions that we have. Thank you again, Lily, for showing everything over the platform. And I do know that all of you know Canva and some of you already experienced Canva. And what we wanted to showcase during today's session is basically how the agents and broker owners can benefit from the platform on the go. And as you can see from everything that Lily showed, it's very flexible platform that gives you a lot of possibilities for the video montage right now, basic one that you need for your social media communication, the templates, the translation, the animation, and everything in one place together with AI that helps you on the go as well. And the most important part that I like about the Canva is the thing that you can have everything in your phone and you don't need to get the knowledge about the very hard in usage Adobe platforms, for example, that you would need to understand while making some adjustments with the templates. So that's a great solution. And we do have a lot of questions about the brand templates of remakes that we have that Lily showed on the platform. And I wanted to tell you that we launched the collaboration. We became kind of the clients of Canva. So basically, we have the enterprise solutions available for the regional setup for different regions. We do have some regions on board already. So in case you haven't heard from that, just feel free to reach out to your regional office and tell them that you would love to have it because it's just going to raise their awareness that you want to get the templates and you want to use the templates, which is a necessity in this process. And all the templates are available on the enterprise solution and the brand guides and everything that Lily showed you just now with the AI implementation inside of the Canva, image generation, translation, and everything is also available on that solution. So feel free to reach out to your regions and get more information. We do have a lot of regions already on board, and we can get more for sure. And another point is that we recently received some news from our master franchise from the States and answering the question about the new templates. The additional communication about the rebranding is coming your way very soon. But for sure, with the templates and everything, that's also going to be available on the platform as soon as we launch it from our end for the European region. So this part of the communication is coming your way soon. And as for now, I would just stick to Canva. And coming back to the questions, in case we haven't answered something, feel free to reach out in the chat right now. And we have one question from Monica that we didn't respond to the question if we need to buy Pro to have the access to these fancy features. Monica, I believe, yeah, the question was covered. You do need the Pro account for more possibilities on Canva. And the biggest range of the solutions you have for sure on the enterprise account, as Lily just mentioned.
Yeah, sorry, I think it's good reiterating with the questions. I know a lot of you do have pro accounts. I think it's good reiterating here that if you are looking at those templates and that's something that you want, that is something that you get with under Canva Enterprise. So as Lisa mentioned, speaking to your heads of your regions and explaining Canva Enterprises how you would access that and talking to them is probably the best place to go if you want access to those.
We have another great question, Lily, that maybe you can cover is which AI is Canva currently using and if it has some specialization for the real estate industry.
So in terms of AI functionality, we have a few different things which AI pulls from. So we have our own Canva AI, and we have things like ChatGPT as well. So it's like a combination. For Translate, it's a combination of Google Translate, which is effective, but not effective as enough, we believe. So we also have ChatGPT in there as well. So there's a combination of where we pull that from. Nothing specific for different industries, but we do have general knowledge on there for each of those that we have on Canva.
Okay, thank you so much. And another question that we have is the organizational question. If Lily, you could share maybe the link with us for the presentation so people can go through it after our session as well.
Yeah, exactly. I will do. And I also just wanted to clarify there's quite a few people asking. If you have Canva Enterprise, you don't also need to get Canva Pro. Canva Enterprise is the highest level of Canva, so you'll have everything within there. If you are a user who's concerned because they've got Pro and you're ideally wanting to become onto Enterprise, you would, if you ended up further down the line on Canva Enterprise, receive a refund for your Pro account. So don't be alarmed that you've got a certain account, you don't want to move to Canva Enterprise. You would be refunded for the account you already have if you ended up getting a Canva Enterprise account. Hopefully that answers some of your question, because I know that we have got quite a few. The difference between Canva Enterprise and the standard account is pretty much everything I've showed you today. So a lot of that AI functionality, the translate, it also uses SSO, so it's really secure. So all of your business information is going to be safe within that platform because it's been designed just for Remax. And probably the main thing is that your template library is going to be ever expanding within Canva Enterprise. So you don't have to create things from scratch. Your brand designers for each region is creating Remax templates in the Enterprise account.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Guys, if you have any additional questions, feel free to type them either in the chat or into the questions. We are going through everything. We are just filtering the ones that are repeating themselves. And I'm just checking one last round if we have additional questions to cover.
Just having a look in there. There's a few people asking about their specific regions. Definitely reach out to the head of region, and I'm sure they will allow you. They'll let you know whether you're on Canva or not. We've got a few on Canva, but quite a vast amount.
I have one great question that we once covered, and I think that worth returning to it once again. It's the question in regards to the usage rights of the photos and the templates that are available on Canva for the pro users, for the free users, and whether the agent can be free or broker owner can be free to use those templates and to use those photos for their communication online for the business purposes.
Yeah, so with things like AI imagery and stock imagery, you can on Canva Enterprise, you can use these because we have within Canva Enterprise a clause, if you like, or a legality which allows you to use that content. You're covered by Canva to use that content. So the answer is you can share that externally without repercussion on Canva Enterprise. And it's a little bit more technical for the other accounts, and I can find out more information about what you can and can't do on those. But for the most ability to publish things without worrying, it would become the enterprise that you'd be using.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lily. And thank you so much, everyone, for attending us today. We're going to consolidate all the information and share with our attendants today the recording of the session and the presentation, and everything's going to be available. As I have already mentioned, you can reach out to your regional teams and request them more information about if you have already Canva in your region, and just inform them that you would love to have the access to it. And once we hear from you, we'll be happy to assist with that process. And if there is any more question, I'm just making one last round. I believe everything else we have already covered. Then I want to say thank you to Lily for joining us today and giving us the great overview on the Canva possibilities for agents, broker owners, and also the regional teams. And I want to thank you to all of you once again for attending us today.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate your time and your questions. And any more, obviously, feel free to ask the heads of your regions, and also anyone at Canva can provide support as well.
Thank you again. Have a great day, everyone. And we are ending our spotlight on Canva for today. Thank you.
Thank you.